In this video I'm going to show you how to add street level address lookup using our AJAX technology to your web page. First of all, you need to download the example code, and that can be accessed by pressing the back to previous menu button at the bottom of this screen. That will take you back to the previous menu, and on there you will find 3 links for the 3 different technologies we currently support, which are PHP, .NET and Classic ASP. So select one of those and that will take you to a page which will explain how to integrate into your web page. Essentially the 3 technologies are almost identical in terms of integrating into your website, so I'm just going to explain here the PHP version. So having clicked on that link, that will take you to this page here, which includes a small demo at the top of the screen. But having scrolled down, you will find various steps, and there's 5 steps for PHP on how to integrate. First of all, we need to download the code. Well, I've already done that, so here's the programming examples. And if we expand that directory, we'll find a directory called AJAX PHP Thoroughfare. This contains 3 main working files, which we can open in a text pad. If we open them in a text pad, we'll find index.html, which is a very basic example which I'll show in action in a few seconds, and a JavaScript file which basically provides all the AJAX functionality, and a PHP file which is called to do the work. Now the first thing we need to do is add our data key into this PHP file. Now this data key is used to identify your account so we can control the usage of the license. This key would have been sent to you when you first created the account with us, and of course you have a 30-day free trial for 1 postcode area. It's important to note the key I'm using here begins with a W. We also send you one beginning with an I. It's very important that you use the correct license here. The one beginning with W means that it's for a public website, so it could be your web checkout or a sign-up screen, etc. But if employees of your company are using the address lookup, you should be using the one beginning with I, in which case we track the number of users using the account. And it's important that you buy a license for each individual user of the system. Okay, so we publish those files to your website, and now I'll show you the basic index.html, the example that comes with that download code. So let's type in a postcode, and you'll see here it returns everything but the building name or number. So essentially with street address the user has to enter their house name or number, as opposed to full address, which offers the selection list. So having entered that, then the user would continue with a checkout or whatever. Let's go back to the 5 steps of integration and just briefly explain how they work. As I said, we download the example code. If you were adding that functionality to your own page, then you would first add a reference to the JavaScript file, which contains all the AJAX functionality. Step 3, you would add a input button or a link, a graphic or whatever to provide and call that find function, which initiates the AJAX find. And of course, having done the find, you need to write the information back to your form, and at the end of that JavaScript file you'll find various Java statements to write back the address information, so you may need to customize that. And of course you would need to put in your data key, which we saw being done. To test the system, you can use an example postcode of ZZ99, which costs you nothing to use. It just returns an example.